Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a 3 looks 1 palette using the new Jackie Aina palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is so stunning. I am so in love with this palette. I think it's my new #1 ABH palette for real. So a little bit about this palette. There are 14 shades in here, 8 shimmers. It is cruelty free. And I have a little info card right here. It will be on the ABH website on August 6th. Retail and online August 15th. The price is 45 USD, 60 Canadian, and 46 British pounds. So before we get into the 3 looks, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get into the 3 looks. So I'm first going to show you how I did the look I already posted on Instagram, which I was completely in love with. It was one of my favorite looks I've done in a really long time, and it was quite simple. I really liked it because it was just neutral with a really fun pop of color that I thought was really fun and different. So the first shade I'm going to be dipping into is the shade Ginger, a really nice warm transition shade, and I'm going to place that into the crease. I will also list the products I am wearing on my face. I've been overwhelmed with how many makeup launches there's been so far. Like today I'm wearing the Nude Sticks tinted cover and I've been absolutely loving it. I've been wearing it every day for a week now and I've gotten so many compliments on my complexion. It is so beautiful, you guys. I'll go deeper into another video, but I just wanted to say how much I loved it because I truly do. Let me know what products you would like to see. I know you probably want to see a lot of foundation reviews. I ordered the Pat McGrath one, which was really painful because it's $90 Canadian, but I ordered it. I thought I was on her PR, but I don't think I am for the foundation. I haven't received it yet, so I ordered it just in case because I do really want to try it. It sounds like it's something up my alley. And I am getting the Milk Makeup Stick Foundation. So just let me know what launches you would like to see me use and review. I'm just overwhelmed but really happy because then I'm gonna have a lot of fun content. Oh, by the way, I blended that out with a Smith 232 and now I'm taking this Anastasia 825 brush with the shade Ginger again, and I'm gonna build it up a little bit more into the crease. I find that these matte shades have been blending out a lot more creamily, I guess, I don't know, than other ABH shades. There hasn't been as much kickback as well as other ABH palettes, but anyways, I'm taking a lot of time in my transition shade because this is the base of the look and I just really want it to be nicely diffused. Now I'm going to take this pointed crease brush from Nabla. It's a really nice tiny blending brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Credit and I'm going to start defining the outer corner. And I want this to be kind of more of an almond eye shape, not so pointed, a little bit more rounded. So I'm just going to take my brush and kind of do like an oval shape right on the outer corner to get that shape down. And I'm just running this into the crease a little bit just to add some more definition. And I'm going to wipe off that brush on my makeup towel I have laid down. I'm going to take some Ginger with a touch of Credit, so I'm just dipping into both shades a little bit. And I'm going to put that into the inner corner, really diffusing it. I don't want it to be super blocky, so I'm just really making sure it's nicely smoothed out. It's okay if you get into this blank center here. You just really want it to be softened. Same with right here. I'm just going to extra diffuse that. And I'm not going to bring too much Credit into the inner corner because I don't want it to close in my eyes inwards. I just want a slight definition. I'm taking Credit with this Sonia Kashuk brush. The name is rubbed off, but it's a nice pencil brush. And I'm just going to define the outer corner first, and I'm going to blend it all the way across. And I'm going to define the outer corner first and then diffuse it around halfway across because I will be adding a shimmer shade down over here. Now I'm going to take that Nabla brush again, the pointed crease, taking ginger just to diffuse the edges of that. And with this shade, I'm taking it all the way across. Now taking my finger, I'm going to be dipping into the shade Sponsored, which has got to be my favorite shade in the palette. It's so beautiful. It has like a plummy brown undertone, and the shift is just such a beautiful greenish tone. And then I'm just going to place that in the center of the lid first, and then I'm going to tap it nearing the edges so that we get a nice diffused edge to it. I'm taking this Nabla brush once again and just slightly blending the edge on top here, just so that it like slightly fades into it, so you don't see where it ends or begins. Then with a Smith 253, a flat shading brush, I'm going to dampen it with some Fix Plus, and I'm going to dip into the same shade Sponsored, and I'm dampening this just to get more precision on the lower lash line, and I'm just adding it right underneath. And this time I'm taking it all the way into here instead of just keeping it on the center like on top. And then with this Nabla lash line smudger brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade Trust Issues, and that is gonna be our inner corner highlight. And that is it for the first look. I'm going to quickly copy this eye and show you the final look with some lashes and mascara. And here is the first eye look all finished. I kind of wish I did this one last because it's so beautiful. I love this one so much. The lashes I paired this look with are the Velour Can't Be Tamed lashes, and the mascara I used is the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. And here's what the eyes look like all zoomed out. I decided to pair this eye look with the Melt Liquid Lipstick in the shade Ginger, which I thought was absolutely perfect. It's the same name and pretty much same tone as the shadow we used in our crease. I couldn't believe how perfect that was. This is part of their new Undertone Nude collection, which I've been loving so much. It was actually inspired by foundations, which I thought was really cool, and the tones are perfect for fall. They're all really like grungy, really deep tones. Now moving on to the second look. I forgot to mention what eye primer I'm using, and I'm back to using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer in the shade 12. For my eye primer, I have been using the ABH one for a long time, but this week for some reason I find that it's really drying out my eyelids and making them look pretty dry. So I don't know what that's about. My eyelids aren't even dry, so I don't know what's happening. So I'm back to using this one today. So once again, I'm going to be taking the shade Ginger on a Smith 232 brush and doing the exact same thing as the first look. Now I'm going to be dipping into the shade Edges, and I'm going to start placing that into the outer corner as well as the crease. And I'm also going to start on the lower lash line with the Edges shade, and I'm bringing that Edges shade all the way across the lower lash line and really smoking it out. And I do want this one to be a little bit sharper, so I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just kind of slightly drag that along that edge here just to make it more angled. So I'm going to use the shade Wigglies, which is this beautiful red. Honestly, this palette is giving me Pat McGrath Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction vibes, but this palette is a little bit more vibrant. Maybe I'll do some swatches of the shades that reminded me of that palette near the end. Now I'm just taking my finger in that Wigglies shade and I'm going to place that on the lid. And I'm taking that Nabla brush again, taking a little bit of Wigglies because I just want this to be soft. I can't stop looking at this red shade. It's so stunning. Oh my gosh. I freaking love this palette. And I'm just gonna quickly go catch this eye up to speed and show you the final eye look. I can't believe I forgot about an inner corner highlight. I'm using the shade Soleil. And here is the finished second look. I decided to skip on lashes because I thought this looked great with just my mascaraed lashes. Again, the mascara I used was the Hypnose Drama from Lancome. Okay, I'm seriously so in love with this palette. I think it's so versatile and I just see endless looks. Like for my third one, I just don't know which one I want to do. You'll definitely be seeing this palette a lot on my channel, that's for sure. She really killed it on this palette. And here's what the eyes look like zoomed out. I decided to pair it with the Fenty Beauty Gloss in Fenty Glow. I just wanted something super subtle, so all the attention went to the eyes. This look is super fiery, just like Jackie, so it's very fitting. So anyways, let's move on to the third and final look. I already practiced because I had no idea what the heck I wanted to do. But I am doing this really fun purpley pinky eye. I'm first going to start off with the shade Supreme. And I'm going to place that into the crease. And now I'm going to take this brush from BH Cosmetics. It's the number 6 brush from the Royal Affair collection, I believe. I'm going to take the shade Pinker. This shade does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but I think that's just so that it's easier to blend, because once you blend this into the crease or whatever, it kind of disappears. Now with this brush from Dose of Colors, it comes in their 5 color palettes, I'm going to take the shade Big Wig and just start to define the outer corner. And I'm also going to take that onto the lower lash line. And I'm just bringing this around halfway across. And then I'm going to take the BH Cosmetics brush we used again with Pinker and Supreme kind of mixed. And I'm going to diffuse over everything underneath here. This palette is really good. Like, this purple is blending out so nicely for purple. Usually I always have some difficulties with them. And then with my finger, once again, I'm going to take Shookington. So cute. And place that in the blank area. And then for the inner corner highlight, I think I'm going to try Soleil. My eyelids are so tired right now, they're kind of getting sore, so I think I'm going to keep it at that. Just add some mascara and some lashes and I'll be right back. And here is the third and final eye look, which is super fun. I feel like a little grape. And the lashes I used are the Social eyelashes in the style Vixen. And here's what the look looks like zoomed out, and I paired it with the ColourPop Mesmerize Velvet Blur lipstick. I think it really suits the color that we used in the crease and just like brings it all together. I really love how this look turned out. It's super fun and colorful. Now moving on to my final thoughts. I absolutely love this palette. I think she absolutely killed it. I'm so proud of her with this collab. It's just so stunning. I think this is my favorite ABH palette to ever come out. I just love how rich and vibrant all these tones are. I found that the mattes really perform differently than the other ABH palettes. Usually they're a lot more dusty and they don't build up on to each other very nicely, but these ones are very different. I find them to be a lot more creamy than the normal ones. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what I experienced. When I first saw this on Trend Mood, I was blinded by the purples and I felt kind of underwhelmed. I thought it looked very similar to other ABH palettes. Their past like 3 palettes or so have had purples, so I think I was just kind of disappointed to see more purples. But now that I have it in person and seeing those textures in person, I think this one is very unique to the brand. I think this one looks completely different to the other palettes. I can't really compare the other ABH palettes because I did just declutter a bunch. I just have the ones I have in my collection other than this one are the Soft Glam, the Sultry, and the Alyssa Edwards. Those are the 3 I kept. but this one is definitely my new favorite. But I do want to compare it to the Pat McGrath palette because I see some similarities, and I also swatched some, so I'll get to that in a second. I just wanted to put these side by side so you can see they kind of have similar vibes. The Pat McGrath one just has more of a plummy, muted purple, and the Jackie Aina has a really nice, vibrant, beautiful purple. But I did swatch the shades that I thought were quite similar. So right here, I'll zoom in up. Right here I have, here I'll also tone down the lighting so you can see the shades more. Right here are the Pat McGrath ones, and here are the ABH and Jackie Aina palette ones. So the shimmers in the Pat McGrath are a lot more glittery. This one's quite glittery. It's I find this one to be a really unique formula for ABH. I haven't seen any of these super glittery shadows before, but otherwise it's mostly tone. Like these two reds are like identical in my eyes, and so are the browns. So I just thought that was interesting. If you really love the look of this Pat McGrath palette but you weren't willing to spend so much money on it, I find that this Jackie Aina palette is actually a really good alternative. It's more affordable. It's still kind of high up there, but way more affordable than the Pat McGrath palette. My thoughts about this is I think it's 100% worth it, and if you are really pale and you're worried about it being too deep for you and not enough transitional shades, the tip I would give you is to use your bronzer shade in the crease if you think that this ginger shade is too deep for you. And that's a really great way to make your whole look cohesive as well. Bringing in those tones from the face into the eyes is one of my favorite tricks. It always looks amazing. Honestly, I think this palette is very beautiful and so versatile. I see so many more looks. I wish I could do more looks in this video, but my eyelids were getting really sore and I need to take care of them. But you'll definitely be seeing this palette again on my channel. I really love it, and you'll probably see a lot more Instagram looks coming very soon. That is all for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're leaving here feeling inspired. Let me know what you would like to see next. There are so many exciting makeup launches coming, and I would love to know what you're most excited about. I'll make sure to link everything I used in today's video in the description, as well as what's on my face. And before I go, I would love for you to subscribe and give this video a like if you liked it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!